Autumn Beckman here. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. My channel is all about luxury on a budget, so if you're into that sort of thing, make sure you subscribe, like the videos that you enjoy, and click the bell notification icon to be notified when I post a new video. I was tagged by Chic Professor, and this tag was started by Cassie Thorpe. The name of the tag is "If I Could Only Save 5 Luxury Items." The original video is not specific about what the scenario is, so you could imagine maybe being robbed or maybe a natural disaster and you have to save a few things. So what 5 of my luxury items would I save? I picked 5, but I also picked an extra bonus item, which isn't technically a luxury item, but it's still in the same realm. It's another handbag. And when I was thinking about which 5 I would save, I sort of went along with what Chic Professor said about things that would be difficult to replace. And though some of these aren't that difficult to find them at the price that I got them in the condition that they're in, that would be difficult. Some of them are items from my sentimental bag tag video, so I could replace the item, but I wouldn't have the original item that has the sentimental value, so it would be different. I also thought about what items do I use the most, and those are things that I would want back because I use them the most. But the things I use most are bags that are easily replaced and don't have sentimental value, such as a Speedy 30. So I decided to go with things that would be more difficult to replace and or have the sentimental value for the reasons that I just described. So let's go ahead and get started. I'll start with 2 handbags, and then I have 3 SLGs and then my bonus handbag. The first handbag I would want to save has sentimental value, and that is my Louis Vuitton Touraine MM. And I love this bag. I don't have the crossbody strap on it right now. I could replace this. Louis Vuitton has discontinued them, but you can find them pretty easily on the Preloved market. The prices are still fairly close to retail, but this has sentimental value, as I recently explained, because the boyfriend bought it for me when we were on a trip in New York, where I used to live. I did want to point out one thing. I pulled this bag down from storage to do that sentimental bag tag, and I don't know if this is gonna show up on camera. We're looking at the chaps here, and I think it may be a little more obvious in this one, but it's very, very subtle. Right down the middle of the chap, there's a spot in the vachetta that's a little bit lighter, and that's because I've had it stored with the handles down. People have warned me that I shouldn't do that because it'll get a lighter spot and then darken around the edges because the strap is covering the chap there, but I didn't listen, and now I've started noticing that problem, so now I'm storing it with the straps up. I also noticed that there was some discoloration on the handle because of storing it like that, and now I'm not seeing it in this light, but there was, when I looked at it in my closet, the part of the handle that touches the chap was a little bit darker. I don't think you'll be able to see either of those very well on here because it is so subtle, but I'm glad that I noticed it so I can start storing it a little better. The next bag on my list, you might have guessed, is also from my sentimental bag tag, and that is my one and only Chanel handbag. This is the Shop in Moscow tote, and I purchased this from Fashionphile for a very good price for reaching 10,000 subscribers, and I love this bag. It's in bronze. It comes in 2 different sizes. This is the smaller size. Yoogi's Closet has this bag right now, unless it's sold already. When I looked this morning, it was still there. They have the larger size for almost twice what I paid for this one. It was listed at $1,300 something on Yoogi's for the larger size, but this is pretty big. This is somewhat comparable to the Neverfull. It's almost as big as that, but because of that sentimental value and the condition that it's in and the price that I paid, this would be difficult to replace, so that's why I wanted to include it in this video. Item number 3. This is something that I use all the time. I have several pochette accessoires. I have 3 right now, and I'm planning to get the black epi one when I find one in the right condition and for the right price. And then I may even get some others because I really love these. I use them all the time. If you watch my channel, you know how I use them, which is as a catch-all in my handbags. They hold so much. They, being made of canvas, are like they're not expandable. There aren't gusseted sides or anything, but they just can kind of puff out and hold a lot. So they're perfect for that. This was the first one that I purchased, and this obviously is a limited edition one. It's the Steven Sprouse Graffiti in the green color, which I love green. That's my accent color in my capsule wardrobe. So I've been buying up a few green things, and This I got before I started doing the capsule wardrobe, but I do love it so much. I've used it a ton, and it would be difficult to replace, especially at the price that I got it for. So I have added this particular pochette accessoire to the list. The other pochette accessoires are becoming more difficult to find, even the canvas ones, because Vuitton is limiting them. This one would be even more difficult to find. My next SLG, also from the Sentimental bag tag, is my Chanel card holder in the gold and bronze ombre. I love it, love it, love it. I haven't seen it anywhere else. Preloved, I'm sure it would be difficult, if not impossible, to find in the boutiques. I bought it just a few months ago. Bought this one new, and I just love it. I love the colors, I love how unique it is, I love that it goes with just about all of my handbags. Plus it has the sentimental value because it was part of my 10K celebration. I doubt I'd be able to replace this. That would be almost impossible, so I had to include this in this video. Item number 5 would be easier to replace, and it's another Chanel item. I actually have my entire Chanel collection in this video, just those 3 pieces. I do plan to add more, but because Chanel is so very expensive, I'm quite selective about which pieces I buy. This I got to be a staple piece. It's the card holder, not the flat card holder, but a wider card holder or coin holder in black in the boy style with the gold hardware. And it has the green interior, which worked out well for me, and it has a card slot up front. I've used this a ton too. It's a little workhorse for me. It's a staple in my collection, and I wouldn't want to get rid of it. I'd actually like to get a few more in a couple different colors. I had a hard time finding this. I ended up buying this one from Fashionphile and paying over retail, which I hate doing, but I had tried to get it in the store a few times. I've told this story before. And every time I went in, they didn't have it, or they didn't have it in the color that I wanted. And of course, after I bought this, I saw it again in the Chanel store, but it had a different color interior. I don't remember, it may have had the burgundy. And the hardware was different because it was more antiqued looking than this gold is. This is a little antiqued, but not as much as the other was. Some of their hardware looks brand new. It looks like it's been used for years. It's made to look antiqued and worn. And in the case of this, I prefer the shinier gold. It's very sturdy. One of the things I love about it is how much it holds. It has these gusseted sides. Actually, they're not really gusseted. It's just this thin piece of leather. Let's see if I can show you that. So it's just a piece of leather, not folded with gussets, but that allows for it to hold a lot of cards because it expands. And this one's in caviar, so it's a little more durable, scratch resistant compared to lambskin. I really love it. Based on my experience in finding this one, I think it would be a little difficult to replace, not impossible, but I wouldn't want to have to go through that again, so I included it on this list. The last item that I would grab, the bonus item, is not really in the luxury category because it's not one of those brands. It's a Brahmin handbag. And the reason that I would include this, I could go out and get another Brahmin handbag in the pecan color, but this one has sentimental value. I should have included it in the sentimental value tag and just kind of forgot. This was a gift from a very dear friend years and years ago, and this is something that I would definitely want to save and not want to lose in whatever theoretical situation we're talking about here. I love this bag. I do still carry it from time to time, and that's why I wanted to include it in this video. If you could only save 5 items from your closet, they don't have to be handbags, SLGs, and they don't have to be luxury, what would they be? Leave that in the comment section below. And I say they don't have to be luxury because I know a lot of you haven't yet splurged on that for yourself. So just leave in the comment section, if you would, the 5 items from your closet that you would save. I'm going to tag a few people. I want to tag Jill Maurer, Carol Summer, Will McCason. He has started making videos again. I'm very excited about that. I want to see him do some sit-down stuff. This could be a good way to start. MJ Lux, Jill, I'm looking at you, Yota Style, and Andre. And thanks so much to Chic Professor for tagging me in this tag, and to Cassie Thorpe for creating the tag. Again, I will link those 2 videos below in the description. Thanks so much for watching. Have a fantastic day. Bye.